Maybe it's working. There it is. Let me press a couple of buttons. I got some mail in today. Boy, it was a bear getting it inside, but we got it. We got 5,000 pennies, but they're Canadian. The whole. Oh, I'm not ready. There's a sack of pennies. Big. Here's my hand. Yeah, that's all just full of freaking pennies. But it's all Canadian pennies. Now, I've gone through sacks of wheats. You know, we do that pretty regularly around here. Good Lord. Wouldn't know what to do with myself if I didn't have a few sacks of wheats just lying around. But we got Canadians. All Canadians. Now, the neat thing about these, you can melt these down. It's legal to melt Canadian pennies. But we want to take a look and see what the heck is in here. What's going on. Let me fix this computer screen real quick. Oh, there's Cindy. Hi. Cindy, look. There's your package. It's over there. It's the one on the bottom. I haven't been able to leave the house in the past few days. My back is killing me. But I'm getting, you know, I'm up and about and life is good again. So I got this sack of pennies here. Thought we'd go through and see what we got. I took a few out, take a look. So anyway, I've got you packaged up. I just got to get that to the post office. It's too big to fit in the mailbox. All right, well, give me time. We'll get there. You'll like it when it gets there. Okay, great. There's Bill J, coin digging. Yeah, 5,000 Canadians. I've never gone through a sack of 5,000 Canadians, so I really don't know what to expect. Cheapskate had sent these. He sent me some last week to, you know, take a look at and play with, and they were okay. I said, okay, yeah, give me a sack of 5,000 if you got them. Well, he got them. It took an extra week, but they're here. But I don't know what to expect at all. I got some BU in here. They don't make Canadian pennies anymore. That's a thing. Back in Canada, you take it to the bank, they have to send them back to the Royal Mint in Ottawa, or however their distribution and return cycle goes. Wait 1 minute. I got a red line here. Let's see. I'm going to give you some lag for a moment. All right, let's see if that picks it up some. I'm green again on the bottom. Let's see if I'm green on top. There's hunting history. So I don't know, you know, I don't have a full understanding of the Canadian coins like I do, say, wheats, because I go through those like green coins or the new made. But well, there's nothing wrong with having a nice collection of Canadian pennies. You get young heads, you get old heads. I'm looking for, oh, let's see. Yeah, well, there's one right there. I'm looking for the old King Georges. All right, see what we can find for bicentennials. Look for hanging numbers, like the hanging 3. Found one the other day. I was pretty psyched about that. Good evening, Mr. PV and everybody. Okay, well, if you can melt these down, and you can, they should be worth melt value. Thing is, it's still, even though you can melt them down, why aren't people snatching them up and saying, hey, I got, you know, take these to the recycle center? They're not buying them at the recycle center because they contain zinc. All right, it's not copper. It's what is it here? That's a 62. I got the old Haxby out, coins in Canada. Let's see, 1962. What page is this one? Here we go. All right, 98% copper, pretty good there, but you got 0.5% tin and 1.5% zinc. So it's a French bronze mixed. But even there, they're not gonna take them back to the recycle center because, you know, it's not copper. It's not pure copper. So, geez, you got the people say, "I'll save those copper pennies before 1982. You can melt them down." No, you can't. Well, here they are. Here's evidence. Here's a 64, real nice one. Deona says, thanks you, Ken Peever, for the nice wheat sets. In flips even. Yeah, I try to send everything out in flips. Now, some things I don't, foreign coins, I'll put them in little pouches, for example. I got those. Where the heck are they? Oh, there. There you go. I got little 2-inch bags. You know, if I do bunches of coins or little groups. Let's see. Here we go. Here's King, what's his name? What is it? George 6. Here's King 6. There you go. Those are good. Nothing wrong with these. Anything else older? Here we go. This is like the, it's like finding an Indian penny when you find one of these. That's George 5th. What's the date on that one? 30 or something? 32. There's an old Canadian penny. Well, all right. Maybe we'll find some of those in this here sack. Any bird sense? I had grabbed a handful and looked through them, and yeah, there's some in here. Yeah, I got a roll of uncirculated birds. They're $1 a piece if you can't live without them. Who's that, Bill? Bill, next time you buy something, just remind me to drop one in. I'll set you right up there. Let's see, 1965. Real shiner. I'm looking at the spot above the 5. What it is that I'm looking for is a clash mark, and it's this area right here. It's her neck. Of course, it'll be upside down. It's her chin right here, and that kind of an L shape would appear right over the date. There you go. And so the hook, the downward hook, would be like her neckline, and the horizontal is her single chin at the time. She doesn't quite have all her grandmother's chins. There we go. So you can find stuff on these. I've got a couple of double dyes. You'll find it with extra metal in the chin, front of her lips and nose, up here in the tiara, whatever you call that thing. You'll get those. I'm also looking for die cracks and things that are not recorded. Because what do you got here? Here's a newer one. There aren't that many collectors of Canadian coins, and so there are plenty of die varieties that are just not recorded. What do you got here? 97. Now my book only goes up to 2003. I have 3 rolls of uncirculated bird cents. Okay, never mind. When Canada did away with a penny in 2012, I got some rolls. Yeah, a lot of these, and I don't have any idea how many, have been melted down. What's this one? Here's a shiner. They're gone. They are gone forever, melted. They're turned into, the ingredients for the Canadian nickel and dime and everything else they're making. There we go. A little discoloration here. But that's probably my best 1965 so far. Yep. So you can figure over time there will be fewer and fewer of these because, well, they don't make any more. Really, looking at the vintage figures, 1982, I guess, they went over $1 billion. Let's see, 60s, you're looking at 140, 227, 279, 485 million in 64, 300 million in 65, 184 million in 66, 345 million of the birds. All right, that's the bird right there. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see, home. There's the bird sense. There's their 100-year. We did it on the bicentennial quarter, half, and dollar. They did it on everything. The nickel's got a bunny. Let's see, what do you got here? Here's vintage figures for the 60s and 70s, and 300, 400. This is the equivalent of our S mints. And then in 78, they started changing the size and shape. Okay, shrinking them down a little because copper was going up. That's why they got rid of the darn things, because just too expensive to make it. Look, I got to blow my nose. Where'd that? Here we go. This will be continuing probably most of the day here. Yeah, I had the windows open. Of course, all that pollen is coming in. It's that time of the year in Florida. So what can we find in these old Canadian penny rolls? And geez, we got 5,000 of them to play with. So we'll go through, give them a look. I'll probably have some people that'll say, oh, I got to have 1,000 for myself. Okay, we'll set that up. Meantime, we'll have a look around. 79, so that's a little smaller. And what's 79? Hey, Brian Hooper. 1979. Let's see. Beginning with 79, the portrait of the Queen was made smaller. So now I gotta get a bigger one here, huh? Okay, let's look at that one. That's a 65 over here. All right. Then we got the 79 over here on the left. That look like a smaller portrait to you? Let's look at the space between the beads and the bust. Yeah, it's a little smaller. Maybe at the top between the beads and the crown. That looks smaller? I don't know. What do we got on here though? We got some extra metal on this one showing up. There you go. So there's a double die right there. Yeah, there's stuff in these. You get extra metal under the nose, under the chin, in front of her eye. How about up here in the beads? Yeah, you got some doubling going on there. All right, so I got to record that extra line there in the bottom. All right, good. Now we're gonna save those out. Give me a bag to put them in here. There. Because I keep my wheats in a cup, I want to keep these separate. All right, piece of paper, good. I'll call this can picks. There, maybe we'll find some neat stuff. All right, there's one. Hit the like button. Oh, every chance you get. What's over here we gotta see? Anything we're zoomed way in here? I'm not saying anything that stands out. There's black steel. Steel, we're going through some Canadian pennies. I got a sack of 5,000 of the darn things. And they say, hey, look at me. Okay, we'll look at them. See what we can find. Let's see, here it is. Yeah. 5,000 Canadian pennies. That's a sack of them right there. Oof. Let's see if we can show that off. Yeah, that's good. That's full. And inside we got nothing but piles and piles of Canadian pennies. There's a shiner. Better look at that one. Well, I've never gone through a pile of Canadians like this. Well, good. I've been meaning to put together a more complete collection of Canadians. I'll keep the best and dump the rest. How'd you get so many? eBay? No, I got these from Cheapskate. Last week he had sent some in, and we took a look at those, and they're pretty slick. We've been, sending them out to people. I sent some out on that, the pay it forward package, the mail call. Right, send out some, and hopefully they'll pick out some that they like and put some more in and send them off to somebody else. And a few streaks isn't too bad. 1964. Let's see what we see. See anything jumping out? That looks pretty normal. And I'm going to look above the 4. Okay. So I can figure I put together some rolls. If these are going from, I've seen 1960s, the earliest. Yeah, I should be able to put together some rolls of 50 different with these. And figure do something with those. So now, along with the wheats, for the big show, I can put in some Canadians over here in my, pick through bucket. And give them a little more diversity. There's Anna. It would be cool if you could put all the dates on a graph and see what's most common. Well, you don't have to look at the graph, really. You can just look at the, just look at this. And all right, here we go. Right now it's 1976. How much did you make down here? 754. Okay, 1.2. So 1,081,000,000. There you go. A little fewer in 89. And that goes up to, this book only goes to 2003. Okay, you got a couple years with a billion here. 98, 99. But wait for it. Let me load up that one page. Okay, wait for it. Let's see the coin inventory and checklist, because Ant had put in a bunch of stuff on this. I'm gonna blow my nose yet again here. Here it is. All right, where is he? Can we see this? I'm gonna move this over a little, move it up a little. That's good, we can see it right there. Okay, he had put in Canadians, and wait for it, it's still loading. Now it's gonna work. I'm gonna scroll to the right as soon as it lets me. Man, this thing is slow loading. This is the best I get out here in the woods, man. It's like pulling teeth to get anything to load. And down at the bottom of this is what I'm looking at. And we can't, yeah, we can see that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Canadian 10 cents, 5 Canadian cents, there. And then we wait for that to load. Okay, mintages are in here from from 1859 forward. There you go. I mean, a lot of these large cents are 1 million, 2 million, maybe 4 million in a big year. After 1910, they start to climb. Okay, let's see. The moderns here, see, 1953, 67 million. This isn't many. 54 with a shoulder fold. All the 54 is 22 million. I mean, it's like a, that's like a 1933 U.S. They have a smaller population. Their population is about 10% the size of ours, so they don't need as many coins. Let's see. What you got here? 1.2 and 81. 89. 99. Geez, 2007 is awfully close. I don't have figures for 2010, 11, and 12. Yeah. Okay, so you got 1.2 billion on a few years. That's not many. They're saving all the 2009 pennies because they got 150 million or 184 million minted on those years. Yeah, so you ought to save your 1966 Canadians for the same reason, but they've been melting these down. That's the thing. The Canadians are sending them back to the bank. Okay, let's see if we can find our way home here. Let's see, I got to come over here. Now that I can walk again, I got to get to the store. Okay, there's the dash and the home. There we go. Okay, scope. Yeah, far fewer Canadian pennies than U.S. coins. You only have a couple of mint marks. Well, let's have a look and see what we can get. And they're affordable. What was that, $100 for the bag here for 5,000? Yeah, hardly any at all. Geez, we were getting wheat penny bags in 1985 for 75 bucks, 80 bucks. And back then you could find all kinds of things. I'm betting you we can find a bunch of stuff in here. We'll see. Have some magnetic and some are not. Yeah. This your week to auction. Good stuff. Yeah, that's tomorrow. I got to get ready for that. I'm not ready. Dude, I've been laying down for 4 days. Yeah, all that work in construction, climbing up ladders and crawling through pipes. There you go. We get a little birdie here. They pay how much a roll for these? Where'd that bag go? All right. This is what happens. You take one out and put it away. And this is what happened to those wheat bags over the years. You know, one at a time they pick out a better date. You know, the S-mints disappeared. The steels disappeared. What the hell? Now you got these bags of wheats. Well, you can still find P's and D's, 40s and 50s. But S-mints and steels and older coins are tough to find. Just because one at a time they've been picking them out. It reaches a point where it's worth it to somebody to pick them out. And they get thinner and thinner and thinner. The counts are still there. But these Canadians, I'm thinking, we can probably find some stuff in here. Look at a double die and a bird cent so far. But die varieties? Dude, they're not even, we don't even know what's out there for Canadian die varieties. There's stuff to find. Rick says, just to warn everyone, if you get a notice from PayPal saying that you sent payment or something and you didn't buy, don't hit unapproved. Yeah. If you're using PayPal, use the PayPal site. It should say PayPal, HTML up at the top. If it's somebody's copying the PayPal look, don't believe it. It's got to say PayPal at the top. 1959. Okay, we're getting you some older ones here. We're good. I think I need a 1959. So get the young heads, the older heads, the really older heads. I think they got a really, really older head nowadays. As soon as this can be dust. She just gets older. You notice that? She hasn't changed her look in 50 years. 50 years ago, Lizzie was old. There's a bird. We'll keep that. Okay, excuse me again. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. They will hack you. I learned the hard way. Yeah. Okay. Have a separate account for your coin enterprise. I've talked about this. Right. You got your personal account. Have that in one bank. Right. Your coin enterprise. Well, you want to have two banks anyway, so you can do coin roll hunting. So you keep your household account at one bank. You keep your coin account in another bank. Right. Then on PayPal, you hook that to your coin account. I mean, it just makes sense. Geez, it's $100 to open a second account at a second bank, and it gives you a whole lot of protection. Yeah, computers nowadays, it's so darn easy. I really should get into hacking instead of, trying to sell things. It's so much easier just to steal, isn't it? Like, I got like 37 pounds of Halloween candy. God, it was so easy. Hey kid, you want some candy? And then grab their bag and drive away. Dude, it's so much easier than knocking on doors, trying to pretend you're 7. Yeah. Yeah, but electronic theft, yeah, it goes on. Well, hopefully you've got it with your bank that you're covered in the event of electronic theft. Look that up with your bank. You can't go live from prison. No? Well, geez. I better stop stealing candy from kids. Here she is. Here's the medium old. It got me. Said I bought a Google Play card. Ooh, we got the what is that? 67 to 92. What the hell's this? 1992. 125th anniversary of Confederation. All right, we'll keep that, I suppose. I got hacked. They copied the page, and it said I bought a headset, and I didn't. It said if I didn't buy it, to hit the button, and it asked for all your vital info. And did you just give them all your vital info? Yeah. You got to make sure what page you're on. Let's see. Here's the screen. And this is tough when you're on a phone, right? Because you may not, come on, work with me. You may not see this if you're on a phone. Here you go. You use a computer, and you're going to have this bar up at the top tells you where you are. This says I'm on youtube.com. Right? Over here it says I'm on docs.google.com. And, well, they got to shrink stuff up to fit it on a phone. Really, those phones are the bane of existence. Look, they're handy. You can talk, right? But if you start doing commerce through those things, you're going to get nailed. Because you can't tell what site you're on. Here's a 69. How many 69s they make? Here it is. 335 million. And they've melted down most of those. How many are left? What did I miss? Look at a sack of Canadian pennies we're going through. Having a look around, seeing what we can get. Now, I don't have any figures on how many of these Canadian pennies have been melted down, but I suspect it's been a massive number of them. They're getting tougher to find. Well, good. The police are trying to track them by their IP address. Yeah, but I had to change my bank account and PayPal account. Yeah, even if the cops get them, you still got to do all the hassle. Yeah. Well, you separate your coin enterprise from your household account, right? Go to a bank and see if they have a lot of banks say we need $100 to open an account. Well, okay, you get one account for your household, one account for the coins, and you keep that separate. Right? I've got no money in my coin account. I spend it on coins. What you got here? Nothing. 1975. Yeah. Yeah. You got to really. It's so easy to get humped. But you protect your household account. You know, if they clean out your coin account because you use that online, you still have, you know, your light bill, your car insurance, your grocery money, you know, your mortgage. Don't give them access to that. Just don't respond. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting scammed. All right, I'm having trouble with my nose. And I'm having trouble finding my folded piece of paper, so I'll just keep making more pieces of paper. Yep. I know I didn't buy her a gift with my PayPal, so I knew it was fishy. You're going to get that. I always get the ones, oh, the Nigerian prince, right? I need your help. I've got $15 million in Nigeria from my father, who was a doctor, but he died. And I got to get it out of Nigeria, so I need your bank account number so I can transfer all this money. And I'll let you keep, you know, 1 million of it. Right. No. Then you take that and empty your account. Seriously. Then you got the tax one. Oh, y'all do have the taxes due? We are sending the police. Bring them, man. I'm ready. I'm locked. I'm loaded. Bring them. Bring them down that road. You have to pay these taxes with a Target gift card. What? There are people that dumb who believe it and fall for that shit. Here's a hint. Don't pay for nothing until they turn it off, whatever it is. Right? If the guy's out there hooking up your car to tow it away, don't pay. Seriously, because it's not really a, you know, it's some other repo guy. He's got the wrong address. Jesus. Take a Sudafed. I'm out. I am right fresh out. I got to get to the store because I'm out of bread. I'm out of milk. I used up all my, what were those other ones? Those purple ones. And they just put me to sleep. Well, that's okay. I got the heat pad for my back. I spent 3 days in there. Staring at the ceiling. All right. Should have taken the computer in there. Well, it's good to catch up on some sleep, you know? Yeah. But the tax man, he's not a tax man, dude. He's a guy from, like, Bhopal. Guy from Calcutta. He got him a phone. He's just going to talk smack. And people send him their money because they don't know any better. Well, if you don't pay, believe me, they will send eventually a guy in a green suit and a badge. And then you just talk nice. Hi, officer, how are you? I got this piece of paper for you. Okay, I'll take care of that immediately. Thank you very much for your time. Would you like a glass of water? Yeah. But the tax man, they don't send the police. They send a tax man. And the tax man don't come to your house unless he's already got his paperwork in order. All right, so he's banging at the door saying you owe taxes. He's already got a lien on your house. He's already got a lien on your car. He's already cleaned out your checking account, right? Don't worry about a thing. They've got it. They will get their money. And it ain't going to be with a Target gift card. Here's a 1947. I found a 47 maple leaf the other day. No idea where I put that. But you find some have a little maple leaf right here. Right in here. Let's see if we can find a picture of that. Oh, nope, that's not it. Here, okay. Let's see if we can find a picture of that. No. No picture of that, but it would be this, the 47 maple leaf. And they made 44 million of those. So the 47 without the maple leaf is the one you got to have. That's 31. And that's what we got here, so good. That's 31 million made. And how many melted down? A lot. Who knows? I suspect these are getting, these are going to be pretty hard to find in a few more years. I ought to keep that one out. There. Hi again, Jeff Dunn. Oh, Jeff Dunn's here. Good. How are you? Use Cash App. Check it out. It's a lot better. I made a 3-step video about it. To clean your PayPal out now that you know you're at risk. Yeah, it's really a good idea. Once a month, right? You check the battery in your smoke detector or your supper detector. Change your passwords. Really, it takes an hour and you've got all of them. Now I print mine up, so I got all my online accounts and all my passwords on a piece of paper down here. Don't store them on the computer, because every single thing on your computer is held in the NSA. All right, I got pictures of you when you were 5 years old that your neighbor had on her computer. Come on. How safe is online? Your online presence is as safe as somebody else's computer network. Do not trust any of it. Come on. There we go. Nothing on that one. If you're going to use the computer for conducting business, conducting transactions, you must take the additional step of protecting yourself and know how to use that online thing. And really, cell phones are tough. I mean, you're out there, you're broadcasting to the world out there. Here, I'm going through a landline. I got the Wi-Fi plugged into the computer. Well, I got the router, and that's Wi-Fi. So my neighbor is probably getting online here, because he'd have to get the digits off the back of that. I'm going to keep that one too. Here's another one. Oh, good. What are these bird scents good for? Let's have a look at that. Home, 1967. Where are you? Okay. Brown uncirculated, 15 cents, and this is, a book that's 15 years old. Yeah, they're probably good for a little bit. We'll keep them around. Let's see, scope. Let's get some more out. So is it worth it to pick up some Canadian coins? Well, right now the prices are still pretty darn reasonable, but they're gaining traction. They're getting more attention. I got no problem with gaining them. Grab a bunch of these things. 1964. I don't see any hook on the 4. That's a real nice shiner. Lincoln's here. How are you? Yeah, that's a decent looking young head. A little bit spotty. But you got to realize the camera, that little camera, really exacerbates any discoloration on the coin. It'll really explode the smallest mark. I mean, you can't even use that thing for grading coins. This is closer to what you're actually looking at. Now you get a full luster penny right there. Here's another. What's this one? Did you send out the 1851? I sent the invoice for the shipping. As soon as that's taken care of, I'll be able to ship it out. So I sent that to your email address. I gotta look at this one. Right above the 3, I got a mark. There we go. What you got here? No, that's not a. I don't think that's a hanging 3. Where's the loop? There's one. Yeah, good to have several of these around. No, it's not lost in the mail. It's actually sitting right here. There, here it is. It is sitting right here. There, that's it. There you go. That's the thing. Yeah, Rick sent this by accident. Now, I got no problem sending it back to you, but, your error is not going to cost me shipping. That's a neat one, and that's a silver round. Real slick. $1, 1851. Okay, it's a fantasy coin, but it is silver. And we'll get that right back to you. Set that right in there. Okie doke. Now back to this. We're going to look at that with a loop. Is what I'm going to do. All right. That's a hanging 3. Let's see, where are you? That is a hanging 3, a pretty bold one too, which is why it looks like a scratch. And that is Lizzie's neck. If I get the light just right there. That's a clash mark. I call it a hanging 3. And I've got another clash mark over here somewhere, right here, which is the other side of her neck. Right in there. All right, so a hanging 3. And they're good for a buck or two. Let's see if that's in the book here. No problem. I said I pay the shipping. Yeah, we'll get it right there. It's going to be right here anyway. I'm not going to give it away because I know you want it. 63. Okay, it doesn't have anything on here, but I can look up Coins in Canada, the website. Let's see, here's the screen. We're going to open up a web page, so get ready. And I'm going to Coins in Canada. Wait for it. Let's see. Can I see it? There it is. This will load real slow. This will load forever slow. Jesus, come on. Here, while that's loading, we'll take a look at this penny again. Look at the other side. 1963 young head, great shape. Lots of luster on this girl. Let's see if we can see some other marks anywhere. She looks pretty clear to me. Okay, what's that mark on the bottom? What would leave that mark? The head, that would be the inside of the A. No, it has to be up to towards the center. Well, I don't know what the hell that is. I got a big thumb under her. Under her head, it's right there. The bit between the N and the A, perhaps? No. What is this mark? What is this blob right here? Okay, 1963. We got Coins in Canada is loaded. Here's the Coins in Canada screen. Here, coinsincanada.com. You can tell you're at coinsincanada.com because it'll say www.coinsincanada.com right up there. Okay, I'm going to go to price guide and values. And then 1 cent, 1963. That'll be in here. Wait for it. There you go. And they've got prices for hangings, for hangers and stuff. What's this? About good to AU 50 on the right. So 1963, hanging 3. This says a dime. Look, this will give me all the 1963 varieties, or at least what they have recorded. Now there's a section on Coins in Canada you can join, right? That's pretty simple. You register your name, your email, hit the button, and then you also can send in. You can submit dye varieties that you may find. So 1963. What's uncirculated on the hanging 3 go for? At MS62, a couple of bucks. You gotta realize these prices are in Canadian currency, so you gotta multiply by 0.75. Okay, that's what they got for a hanger. Here's a double hanger. Can we see any of this? Yep. And you got a triple hanger, which is that's tough to see. And that's a misaligned clash is all that is. What else they got? They got a clip they found. Double 3, die chip on the 9, die chip on the first A Canada, die chip on the Queen's shoulder. Let's look at that. Where did it go? All right, what's it doing? It's not doing anything. I'm going to kill this. Die chip on the Queen's shoulder. I should be able to click on that and an image pop up. Here it is. Nope, that's not what I got. Die clash behind the queen. Die clashes in front of the queen. Queen's neck under the leaves. D of DE. Damage. Damage on the R. Die polishing on the obverse. Okay, I don't see it. I got nothing here that matches what I see. Let's see. Home. There's a scope. Okay, what is that? Because that doesn't match anything that would be a clash. Let's scope it. No. That looks like the area below her shoulder is depressed, which would be raised on the die. So that would be, you know, something on the die. But over here, I do have what looks like a bit of a chip on the edge and a little crack. So give me something. Give me something here. Screen. Clash in the obverse. That'll take forever. Okay, this ain't gonna, I'm gonna, to heck with it. It's hard to load up web pages while streaming, especially out here in the woods. So we're just gonna abandon this idea and then start streaming again. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm green down here. Now I'm red, but this is yellow. Yeah, it doesn't really work to try to load a web page on this computer while trying to stream. Tell Kenny's lagging. Yeah, I did what I can to fix it. Give it time. I got a few drop frames here. Well, we do what we can out here in the woods. Boy, it's hard sometimes. I'm back to yellow. All right, 64. What do you got here? Normal looking 4. But we got some good shiners. What's going on inside the leaf? Just the way it shines, I suppose. Alrighty. What do you got here? Here's a newer girl. Hot out there for a pimp. Man, really, I could pimp so much better in town. But, you know, then you get the sirens, the noises, the hillbillies. No, wait, that's out here. Now, I like it out here in the woods. Okay, we got that pollen issue a couple times a year. Well, you take a few pills and you call it good. And you can't get a pizza delivered out here. That's a shame. Yeah. Oh, did you see the troll the other day? I sent a pizza to your house. No, you didn't, baby. No. Oh, here's a better bird. Yeah, why don't you send 100 pizzas to my house? No, really, I dare you. 2012 was the last year for the Canadian penny. That's correct, Jeff Dunn. And they're melting them down. I mean, by the boatload, by the truckload. What's in front of her neck? A spot. You can almost see her nose hairs. Let's see if we can let's zoom in on that. Can you see her nose hairs? Now, that wouldn't be ladylike. No, I swear that's a nose hair. It is. It is a nose hair. I get the nose hair variety. I get bacon out here. Oh, no problem. My neighbor, before she moved out, she had a couple of pigs. And they get out and they come around here snorting around, just digging stuff up. They hung around by the air conditioner, right? Because, you know, you got a return line for the drain, you know, for the condensation. Well, they'd be right there at the AC, and they just dig it up and park their fat butts right in there because, you know, it's nice and cool. Jeez, it's 98 degrees out there in the shade. How's a pig to stay warm or stay cool? I got a strange bit going on with the rim on this one. All right, let's look at the other side. I suspect. Oh, we got to change that. Let's see. Where's right side up? That's right side up. Okay, so I'm on the right side. I'm going to turn it left to right so we have it staying the same. So that would be the same edge. No, it's just a little bit misaligned is all that is. There it is. Okay, good looking girl. What was the year on that? 63. No hang. No hang, I can tell. Really, the way to go through these is with a loop. You're going to see a whole lot more. So anyway, yeah, I could just kind of help myself and say, she'll come by. Have you seen my pigs? Nope. Ain't seen them. Just help yourself. I'm out there one day planting some potatoes, and I hear coming down the road. 16 horses are coming down that road. Nobody with them. No riders, no saddles, just a bunch of horses running down the road. All right, they got out somewhere. A couple minutes later, there's this little horse. I mean, thing is 3 feet tall. You know, one of those tiny miniature horses. Just trying to keep up as best he could. Poor little fella. All the other horses are, you know, miles down the road. Doing what he can to keep up. Well, he's got spirit and spunk at least. Just no height to him. I mean, this little, like a toy horse. Little tiny thing. All white. Real pretty little thing. You could just put like a unicorn horn on him. Where's that tin foil? We could do it. Well, here's a better 61. Here we go. She's had a bull. Well, he just stayed inside the fence because he was being polite. Is there something for 1970 I need to know about? Let's see. I mean, this thing is, he's 3 feet tall, but he weighs 1,100 pounds. Well, nothing was really holding him inside that fence. He just walked right through it. So one time he cracked through the fence over here. Kind of my neighbor's yard. She's a girl with the pigs. Nothing listed there. He ate all her mums. Right, she had mums all around the house, and took a big crap right in front of her truck. No, bull, bad. All right. How do you get a 1,100 pound bull back? I use a blower, right? Get a leaf blower, you point that right on him in a certain spot, and you can get him to march. Boom, he's moving. He's like that little tiny horse. Now, one time he got out. Well, been a drought for a while, so wasn't a whole lot of grass back there for a little while. Tried irrigating. All right, couldn't keep up. Well, he decided he's gonna go get that grass by the road because there's plenty of it. They haven't mowed in a long time, and he can mow it quick. So he marched through the fence again, and he's out there, you know, chewing what he ate 2 hours ago. You know, blocking traffic because he just planted himself in the middle of the road. What are you gonna do? Push him out of the way? Sheriff comes by. This your bull? Yeah. Well, you gotta move him. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, be right out. I go in the barn. Get the blower. Starts right up. I go out there. Blow him right back in. Cops here. He's taking pictures. He'd never seen such a thing. Well, it's a gentle bull. Yeah, we got it all out here. We got beef, we got pork. Not much for chicken. The hawks tend to do them. Geez, I had 29 chickens one year. And I get up, I go to work. You know, the chickens, they can run wherever they want to go. It's okay with me. I fed them compost. It's a whole lot cheaper than, you know, actually giving them feed. I just build up the compost. And the best part, they're gonna move it around for you, so you don't have to shuffle that. Just go by every now and again and turn it back into a heap. Dude, they were eating good and it didn't cost me nothing. I mean, they got big fat grubs. Man, ain't nothing better for a chicken than some grubs and worms. Seriously, you're gonna buy feed? Just pile up the leaves. The grubs will come. Well, I come home from work and there's 26 chickens. And the next day I go to work and I come back, there's 25 chickens. What the hell are all my chickens coming? One day I come back, there's a hawk flying away right now in front of me with one of my chickens. Curse you. And by the time I had them down to 9 chickens, I had, you know, built a pen for them. Well, they're easy to get. You know, chickens are $1. Man, there ain't nothing better than those fresh eggs out here. You can't get that in town, right? Hope somebody be calling, he's got chickens. You can't have chicken. You can have a parakeet. You know, you can have one of them big macaws in your living room, but you can't have a chicken in the backyard because they make noise. No, it's the roosters that make the noise. Chickens go, that's what they do. Unless they're laying an egg, then they tend to get a little excited there. Greetings, programs. What's Ken looking for? We're looking at, we got a bunch of Canadian pennies here. I've got a sack of 5,000 Canadians, and I haven't done this. Oh, it's 5:20, by the way. Brian is on. It's me, Brian. Brian Wilkinson. We got $50 worth of Canadian pennies, and we're just kind of looking through them, see what we can see, because I haven't done a sack of Canadians. Besides, I can tell stories while people look at their pennies or whatever they're doing. And try to keep up with the chat. If you need supplies like scales, flips, loops. Yeah, I've been working on a program for a supply cooperative. And really, we need to have a couple of hundred people involved to make that work the way it needs to work, to make it self-sustaining. I'm working on it, though. Bear with me. But geez, wouldn't you like to get your supplies at, you know, at near cost? I mean, you can get 10,000 flips a whole lot cheaper than, you know, 100 at a time. But you got to have the systems in place to handle that. I'm working on that. Give me time. But mostly, flips, boxes, pages. That's most of the supplies that people need for their hobby. Something to put their coins in. Something to put the, you know, coins and holders into. I'll take care of a lot of the rest. All right, just like the wheats, right? Just like the sack of wheat, you're going to get some crud on them on occasion. Really, these aren't so bad. Remember, you don't have the Zinkins. None of these are, well, let's see. I don't know what they were at after 2003, but most of these are 98% copper. They are scavengers. They find food. Absolutely, they will. No, I never fed my chickens. What do you got here? Right under her neck. And you get the best eggs, too. What do you got under her neck here? Might be in too close. Yeah, you got to work on the magnification. Sometimes you're in too close and you can't tell. Sometimes you're out too far. Just work with it. That seems to be something going on here. All right, we'll set that aside too. Let's look around the rest of this thing. I seem to have extra metal under her chin. What's the date on that? 86. Now we'll set that aside, taking a look. Where's my Trey's t-shirt? Yeah, where's my Trey's t-shirt? I got SJ's t-shirt on today. It's SJ's turn. I try to get through everybody. Oh, we lost our focus here. Every 2 minutes I got to redo everything. There we go. Yep, you get those chickens that lay the eggs. I mean, you got a couple, 3 chickens, you're going to get, you know, 1 to 3 eggs a day. Young girls, you get a few more. It takes about, what, 6, 8 months, maybe 9 months, and they start laying. Winter, they're not going to lay much. You go a couple of weeks without getting an egg out of a chicken. But summertime, they'll lay, you know, an egg every day and a half, the young girls. maybe an egg a day. So how many people in your family? You got 4 people in the family? What do you want? 2 dozen eggs a week? You know, 4 chickens would probably do that. You don't need a lot of room. Geez, you got a dog house? That's about as much space as chickens will take up. We used to get the brown double yolks. You get excited chickens. You scare them real hard and you get some weird eggs. That looks okay. What's the year on that one, by the way? There's a decent 64. Yeah, we got some. Oh, here's one. Here's a pretty one. Birdie. Lots of luster. Let's see if we can see what it looks like under the big camera. Where'd you go? What are you doing? Oh, there we go. There we go. Lots of luster. A few minor blemishes from this view, but you see when you put it under the close-up camera, the digital photography changes it some. Looks like it's a big dark spot. Well, it's not a big dark spot. Let me put it on an angle. And it's more of a discoloration than a dark spot. So the camera can be deceiving, especially with color. However, it picks up the detail real decent. And that's a rock dove right there. Kind of reminds me of a bowling pin. Hi, Big Bank. I'm going to Brains. Brian Wilkinson is streaming right now. He's been streaming for probably half an hour. He streams every day at 5 o'clock. And I've stopped in and visit, but I want to look at these Canadians. So I've been off for a few days. I got to get my fix in. We sell our extra eggs. I used to give them a neighbor when I lived in town, because I had chickens in town, because screw the codes. I'm getting me some chickens. And of course, if you're going to have chickens in town, you want to make sure all your neighbors are happy. So you get a couple extra chickens and you give them extra eggs. Here you go. Get you some eggs. Thank you for being special. And man, you'd be surprised what a dozen eggs here and there does for the neighborhood. Everybody kept an eye on my house. Of course, I was the only white guy in that neighborhood. Dude, I had no problems. Everybody was watching me. That's all right. We fit in pretty good. I give them some extra eggs, and they, instead of watching me, they said, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll keep an eye on the place." We had Elizabeth across the street. Now, across the street from me was a church. It was a Baptist church, and every Sunday morning, of course, I'd be out in the garden sometimes, and this old lady comes over. She said, "Can you help me? I've got to get some things in for breakfast, because they're going to feed a bunch of people for breakfast in the church." All right, and she's got this station wagon, and it's loaded to the gunnels. Where'd you get 5,000 Canadian pennies? They're right here on the desk, baby. I got these from Cheapskate. Yep. So I helped her out, and the next week she'd knock on my door. "Can you help me?" Because there's everything piled up again. Well, every week they'd, unload it, have breakfast, and then load her car back up. So, okay. Well, I was always there in the morning on Sunday, so I'd help her out. They'd feed me breakfast. Well, it's okay. I wasn't much of a Baptist. And it was Melvin Goggins was a pastor. And now he had a hook. He's one of those thalidomide babies, so he's got a hook, right? He got a big scar on his face because I guess he had a scratch. And he's a piece of work all by himself, right? They like to sing, dance. They get the music going. And at 11 o'clock, they throw the doors open. Everybody runs out of the church. They run around the church a couple of times and run back in. I'm like watching this show. Well, they get to whooping it up over there. Melvin was a good guy. Melvin, geez, he's probably 70 by now. Of course, I haven't lived there. Good Lord, 8 years now. Melvin was a real good guy. He was a pastor over there, and he'd preach. You couldn't understand what he's saying. I think it was a bit Cajun. He's from Louisiana. And I worked in a restaurant at the time, and he and his wife came in. Well, he wasn't. Melvin's a pretty simple guy. I'll just have, the baked chicken and a salad. And his wife, well, she's the one that wanted the Cadillac because apparently a pastor's wife has to have a Cadillac. All right, she got the Cadillac. She got pearls and jewelry on. It's just dinner, right? But she's gonna have the twin lobster tails and filet mignon. Do you have wine? Yes, ma'am. This is the most expensive one on the menu. You might want to look at that. Okay, I'll have that. All right. Well, Melvin was a good guy. I can't fault him. He took care of the people, and they took care of him. But his wife, she was a bit more materialistic. But they got along well. And she cut his steaks for him whenever he got a steak because he couldn't do it because the hook. I don't know, just spear it, just chew it right off the hook. He got soul in you. Oh, they had soul over that church, man. They'd be, whooping it up. You see, I get Melvin, and I'm up there, and they got the doors open sometimes. Do you want to sing? Let's sing. He starts singing. He'd lead the whole chorus. What a friend we have in Jesus. What? What is he singing? Jesus is my friend. He can't. No. And then there's the one about the grapes. I made them grapes. What? Now, this is why they come out running. He couldn't sing. He couldn't carry a tune, but by God, his heart was in it. Old Man River. Old Man River. What? Good old Melvin. He's a piece of work. Yeah, one day the chickens got out, and there's a guy out in the parking lot, and he's dressed in a red suit. I mean this color, bright, screaming red suit. Get the bright, yeah, this color. Top hat to match. Red from top to, his shoes are red. Looked like a cartoon or something. He's out in the parking lot, chasing chickens, going, shoo, shoo, shoo. I got this. Don't worry about a thing. You grab a can, put some corn in there, and shook it, and boom, they come running. Yep, I can control those chickens. It's not a problem. Sorry about that. Don't worry about a thing. I went to visit the old house a couple of weeks ago, just drive by. They'd taken all those trees, right, all the bushes, all the flowers, because there was azaleas all around that house. And they just mowed them down. Well, I guess they're renting the place out is what is going on. And, well, if you mow that stuff down, you don't have to go back and trim it, bother with it. The fence, the fence was pretty old and tired when I left. Well, that whole thing is gone. They took the whole fence away, gone. Well, guess I blame them for that. Replace the darn thing, be nice. So now you get this house in the middle of the property. It's on the corner, and nothing there, just grass. Nothing. Everything's exposed. Now, the way I had it set up, you had the fence, then you had the bamboo, then you had the bushes and shit. It was private. You couldn't see the neighbors, for all the shrubbery. House is on the corner, and the house was in the corner of the property on the corner. So, that's right up, where the stop sign is, but the whole rest of it wide open except for the periphery. So, geez, I get this natural fence of bamboo and azaleas. Nice, good private spot. It was better when I lived there. Mrs. Hoogie's here. I used to live outside to Watts. Crazy fun town. Showfly, don't bother me. Shoo. That's what he's saying. He said, shoo, shoo. Oh, we went red line again. Just a minute. Hey, we're back to green on this side. Wait for it. I don't know why we're going red line so much here. You guys getting lagging on your end? Well, 64. Yeah, we got a pretty good selection of dates in the bag. I ran 2 big Baptist churches away. No fooling, they moved the whole church to get away from Hoogie. With the sawing noise? Now, just Elizabeth in the morning. She was fun. That date looks awfully close to the leaves. We find another 63. There's another 63. All right. And I got a space between the leaf, or the twig rather, and the 3. But over here, looks like maybe it's just a little blemishes in between. Is this going to work? 6-3. And the other 6-3. Let's see. Let's see. Any markers? Where's my little pointing thing? There we go. Oh, wow. I should have made it tighter. I need some tape. Good enough. All right, let's see if we can point to what I'm showing here. Boy, this is hard. Okay, the bottom of the 1963 is below the notch on the stick. That makes sense? Now let's get the other one. Bottom 963 is right about even with the notch on the stick. Okay, here I want to take 2 pictures and compare. 963 is below the notch. 963 seems to line up with a notch. Move that just a little. Okay. We'll have to look at that. Is there a high date and a low date on 1963 in Canadians? I don't know, man. I'm getting so many phone calls that I keep getting interrupted. Hello. I just tell them, just put me on your do not call. Put me on your do not call list. But I'm your mother. All the more reason. Ever see Steve Martin's The Jerk? I'm in the phone book. I'm somebody. I'm somebody. Kitten juggling. All of it. The optograb. Yeah, see the distance between the 6 and the stick here? That's a lot more than there was on that 63. Okay, I'm going to guess there's some differences on the design from year to year. My wife is helping out a friend at their carryout, and a guy came in with Benjis. Well, good. Give him $5 a piece for him and send him on his way. All right, nothing on that one. I don't see it. I think I have a mole in here. You can't see this one. Don't worry about those things. People like you for who you are, not for how you look. You can be covered with moles. Because my cousin Molly, she's covered with moles. We call her Molly. Yeah, she ended up dating a pastor, right? She got all religious. Now we call her Holy Moly. Mr. Kenny paid with $8. Oh, he paid with $8 for the Benjis. Oh, good. Yeah, you figure they're probably good for $5-6 a piece. What's melt? Melt's probably around 12 face right now. $6 a piece. You get that easy. Yeah, check them. Remember the Benjis, most of your U.S. variety, U.S. dates, U.S. coins, they're going to have the easier to find die varieties will be picked out and cataloged. So yeah, check them, take a good look at them, because it might not be that it's a $6 coin. It might be something a whole lot better. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming for just a bit and restart. We're getting that red line again. Where'd you go? That red line, it's easy to pick out. But I'm green down here again. Okay, keep going. Oh, that's not it. Scope. There it is. High school is more super. Stupid autocorrect. Holy moly. That's her. There's a bird. We'll keep him. 77. Boy, that's a wide looking 9, isn't it? Okay, there are differences in the designs here. See the thickness on the 1, for example? Of course, this is 1965. And the thickness on that 1, 1977. Okay, am I onto something, or is this normal? See that 9, how lean that is? And this, I mean, it's a narrow oval inside the 9. And that's a kind of a more of an oblong going on. Well, is that normal, or is it something? How about the words Canada? Yeah, okay, this is a design. This is a design change over time. Yeah, they're a lot leaner back in 65. See the letters D, thicknesses on the A. Rick says, have you ever seen a circular die crack at the bottom right of the rim going up the steps of the Memorial Building on a Lincoln set? A circular die crack at the bottom right of the rim. Going up. Circular says clash is what I'm hearing. Let's see. I just went through some of these the other day. Oh boy, that hurts. All right, here's what he's talking about. Here's a memorial. A circular die crack at the bottom right. So that's somewhere around here. Going up the steps of the Memorial Building. So this is the bottom right. Circular, going up the steps. So it kind of says it's like right in here. Well, I bet you're describing a clash of his head. All right? You'll see that. You'll find clash marks of Lincoln's head right about here. I might be zoomed in a little too close. Yeah. There you go. And I gotta put my thumb on that. And his head would be right around in here. If that's what you're talking about. Slab XF 1909S. $100. Take it. $100 for a 1909S slab XF is a seriously good price. Take it. Take it from me. I'll get you the money. Yeah. From the edge of the building. So over here, from the edge of the building, right in here, and it probably creeps along through the bushes, and then somewhere up in here. These corners are a very common spot to have die cracks. Now you got to realize when they went to the zincs, right? The zinc is a lot harder than the old copper coins, the zinc cores. 1982, 1983, 1984, you got thousands of die cracks. And the weak spots are right here. That's the weakest spot, right at the cornices and corners. Seriously, I started saving them up, and so finally I said, to hell with this. I can't even try to keep up. I got, 500 of the darn things, and I'm sure they're all different. An F12, 1878 CC for 110. Well, it would kind of depend on the denomination a lot. A penny? I don't know. American penny? Canadian penny. Got my mixed Canadian pennies. Very good. I found a 40. There's 147 so far here, probably in the baggie. Yeah, I know I got a 47 with the maple leaf back here on the table. So they're in here. We've seen some 50s, several birdies, lots of shiners. Well, let me get a card here. Lots and lots of shiners at various dates. There we go. What you got here? 65, 66, 65, 64, and 64 in that batch. Yeah, plenty of shiners. Geez, I get U.S. pennies in this kind of shape on these years. I get pretty, you know, I'm going to give them another look for sure. Morgan, you'd have to look up that value. F12, 1878 CC. Well, the CC test pretty good already for 110. Really, I don't know the values on those so well. I tell you that the price on that 1909S in XF was a very good price. You know, everybody's got their specialty. I'm pretty solid with wheats. You know, if it's a good price, yeah, it'll jump right up. What do we got here? What do we got here? Ooh, what have we got? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Let's look closer. I have a 1929 Canadian. There's a 32 on the desk. All right, what do you got here? I don't see any separations. Funny it's on both sides. I don't see any split serifs. Is that the normal shape of the CENT for what year? 79? See, this is why you need to have one of each date, so you can account for design changes. Well, let's find a 79. There's a 77. That's not close enough because we know in 78 they changed the size, so I'm sure they changed the design. CENT on a 77. All right, see, we got a kind of a bow on the E. And how's this look? Okay, that looks pretty much the same. This strikes me as MD because I don't see splits or notches. Let's look at it. Boy, that sure is raised. It's not flat at all. It's raised. It's right up there with the regular top of that 9. All right, that one gets set aside. We'll give that another look. I saw a split in the end. I'm now going to pull it out again. Is this it? Split in the end. That's the end. Where's the other end? That's another end. Okay, I'm not seeing a split. Well, no matter. That's interesting going on here. It's almost like a Longacre effect. And that's raised right up with the rest of the 9. Let's set that aside and have another look when I can look stuff up. Thanks, Lincoln. If you need supplies like scales, flips. Oh, we got calipers too. Digital calipers. I find they're a terrific bear. I'm going to stop shipping those unless it's with a bigger package because they just don't want to fit. Man, they're just too darn long. Would I have them? Okay, I don't have any here. They must have shipped them out. I got some across there, and I'm not going to get up and go get them because it hurts. It hurts to stand up, so I'm not going to stand up. We'll just look at pennies here. And that looks more like MD here on the back of that hair. Yep, but we got flips. Geez, flips, they wait until I'm down about, 1,000, and then they buy 1,500. Huh? It never fails. So I get a couple thousand more, 5,000 more or something. Then they sit there. They sit there for, 3, 4, 5 weeks doing nothing. 100 here, 100 there. Until, geez, they've been here for months. And then I sell 3,000 of the darn things. I've got 2,400 left. Oh, what's going on with that? Well, right now I got plenty, so now's the time to order them. And your best bet is the 3-box special. You get 3, 1, 2, 3, 2x2x9 red boxes, right? Now with the 3-box special, I get you those at cost. It's $1.50 per box. 3 boxes is $4.50. I'll make my money selling the flips. So you get 300 flips at $8, $24, and then $7.50 shipping. Or, well, we could overstuff them and put, 600 flips in that same box. Well, just double the price of the flips is all. I think I'll set that aside. And it's a, where'd it go? Oh, we are way too close here. 5.5. There it is. What do we got? No hangers. Now 54, I guess it is. You got to look at the shoulder straps or shoulder folds. You got these little lines of redress. But I guess 54, they got some of the designs don't have these shoulder folds. Well, 55. Well, you got to get both, I suppose. What are you asking? So keep an eye out for those. What's this one? There are plenty of varieties on these Canadians. 64. Now 62, I guess you gotta take a look under the one. You're looking for some dice. My pointy stick. You gotta look for some die scratches right below the one, right? Be a couple of lines. It's called a harp. It's 3 or 4 lines. It's a guitar. Oh, different names for them. But the Canadian die varieties are not cataloged as well as the U.S. varieties, where you have, DDO1, DDO2, DDO3. It's a loose description. This whole thing could use a lot of work. Good Lord, you want to sell 1 million books? Well, maybe a couple thousand books. Is collect and categorize all these Canadian varieties. What you got here? We got oh, this is a legitimate die variety right here. We got a die crack on her shoulder. And pretty good size one. There it is. And there's the MG. I guess that's the guy who designed it. Anything else? It's a pretty low relief, really, on these. Okay, we got a die crack. I'm gonna try to actually load this up and see if we can find this listed anywhere. What do we got? That's a 61. Anything else we need to look at? Looks pretty typical. Okay, 1961 Canadian. Let's find that. Coins in Canada. This doesn't want to do a thing. I clicked it. Nothing happened. What's it doing when I click it? Nothing happens. I clicked it again. Nothing happened. There, I clicked something else and something happened. I hate this computer. Canadian coins. Wait for it. This is how long it takes to try to get a page loaded while I'm streaming. 1960 what? 61? Let's look. 61, yep. Well, we're up to 53 to 64. There it is, 61. Oh, come on. Work with me here, please. Please load. That's all I want you to do is load 4 lines of text. 1961. We're coming. We're getting there. We redline yet? Screen. We're still yeller. That's amazing. Okay, here's 1961. Hello, respond. Okay, let's find some varieties. We've got the hanging one, which this one isn't. Then you get errors and varieties from the community. Clipped, clipped, clipped. That's not it. Let's see. Deteriorated die in a reverse. Double hanging one. Die crack at the bottom of the queen. And die crack under the queen. I bet you it's this one. Get that turned around. Nope, that's not that one. Okay, where's mine? That's what I got. Nope. That's what I got. At the bottom there. But it's on her, not below her. If we can see that. That's what we're trying to identify. Okay. Back to the screen. There's the screen. So it's not that one. Kill it. Okay. Double on one. Die crack under the queen. Nope. That goes from the center of the bust to the rim. Well, that'd be like a spiked head. Except it's not her head. Okay. Double legend. Off center. Uncentered broad strike. Double 19, double KG, double right leaf, missing M. This is not recorded anywhere. And looking at the die cracks that they have listed, yeah, they'll list this one. That's pretty small, minor die crack, what they have here. And comparing what I got, yeah, I think mine's just as sick. That'll get listed. I'll send the pictures of that in. Well, should work. Okay, back here, hit the, no, let's see, but here you go. You got the user's name. So if you find some die varieties and it's Canadian, you can send them in, and they'll list them and stuff. They'll assign them some kind of number. But the problem, you know what, number 876, that doesn't tell me this deteriorated die in the reverse. It just says number 876. I'd like to see, you know, DDO 002. Or DC, you know, die crack, CRK number 001, 002. Right? Broad strikes, okay, great. You can assign it a number, but it's not duplicated. Die varieties would be duplicated. Missing M, what's that all about? Oh, okay, I see. It's missing the M. 1974, Lincolns have some missing VDB. Right, that might be something, you know, to keep an eye out for. What happened? There's this. Here's that. There we go. Missing M. Well, you can see the M on this right pretty clearly. Yeah, there it is. MG. Mr. Ken Peavy, battery about dead, sending payment for shipping now. Okay. Hurry before your battery dies. Otherwise, we'll just wait until you recharge it. Yeah. Okay, 1961, there's a missing M on the MG. Well, good. Something to keep an eye out for. Also, please enter my giveaway. Hey, TCR Vlogs has a giveaway. Dude, she's giving away, like, the store. All of it. Get over there and check it out. You want to see what she's doing. What is it, a 1971S? Is that right? TCR? Yeah, we'll just call you T. Yeah, real nice Ike. She's getting into the swing of things. You keep an eye on her, because when she's in her early 20s, she's going to be a pro. You watch. Mark my words. I'll be asking her for answers. What's going on with this? There it is. There's a 56. I think I got most of the 50s out of the bag so far. And I've only gone through a handful of these things. Here's a 59. Some have original on them. Some do. Here's another. Look for the MG. Okay. Keep an eye out for everything. But die cracks, yeah, the Canadians, they record their die cracks a whole lot better than Americans do as far as the die cracks on their coinage. You get quite particular with that. I don't think they identify their double dies as well, these collectors of Canadian coins. Wow, you could do an entire study with a few sacks of pennies here. But mind you, they ain't making no more of them. What's this? A glorious 1965. What do we got here? Yeah, it's a little die crack at the 9. That's a little bit of a die crack at the 9. But they are making no more. Over there on the left of the 9, about, what is that, 10 o'clock, connecting the 9. Kind of a semicircle piece. Bye, everyone. See you later, Rick. Get some charge. Back to work. Back to coffee. I gave a good shout out for you. Yeah, we'll get people over there. What you got on this side of the Queen? Good shape here. Where's the MG on the front of the Queen? Is there an MG on the front of the Queen? No, I don't think so. Well, that's not fair. Well, decent. George. That's Dirt 30 with George. I figured out what Dirt 30 means. It's like Beer 30. Dirt 30. All right. I wasn't sure before. See, Dirt 30. It's like Canadian penny 30. I got a call. Marriott gave me a free week vacation. Dude, they got my name. They're trying to get me hustled down to Orlando to look at some timeshare or some damn thing. Yeah. I keep telling them, okay, put me down for Tuesday. I'm bringing 57 of my best friends. Should that be connected at those top 2 points? Over here, the top 2 points are not connected. Over here, the top 2 points are connected. Okay. Over here, the top 2 points in the crown are not connected, right? See that? Over here, the top 2 points in the crown have a gouge from circulation wear in between the top 2 dots in the crown. So that ain't nothing. I just stopped in to say hello, my friends. Thanks, Lopez. Every week since my birthday, I've gotten emails from the hotel we stayed at. Every week. Yeah. Aggressive marketing. Well, they're paying somebody to do something. By God, they're going to work and earn their money. The computer does it. Wait till AI comes in, right? You bought something in 1962, and you're going to hear about it every day for the rest of your life. You know, you once went into a store and bought a can of RC Cola, and the AI is going to see to it that RC Cola pops up in front of you 67 times a day. Got to get that repeat business. It's almost that bad on Google. Seriously, type in electric motor, and for the next week, all you're going to see on advertisements on most of your pages that you visit, is going to be electric motors. Type in yo-yo. You're going to see yo-yos in every color of the rainbow on every other page you're at. Timeshare. Ooh, let's get a timeshare and just have, the coin timeshare. Every week somebody else shows up. And we do coin class right from the timeshare. Yeah, see that extra bit? It's kind of like MD. I've seen the same pattern on other coins. We have this doubling pattern right here at the back of her head. This looks to me to be MD because I've seen it a few times. Maybe I'll set that aside and wait to find another one. Yes, Frank, we all won. Ken is now Oprah. That's right. I'm going to get a TV show going. We're going to bitch about the government. We're going to bitch about man. No, wait. We'll bitch. We'll find something to bitch about, by God. Got a freaking house full till Saturday. Well, it is a Halloween season. That brings them up. My cousin Angus went trick-or-treating with us one year because, dude, they live in St. Albans. There's no place to trick-or-treat. There's like 6 houses in the whole county over there. Well, you come up with us, we go trick-or-treating. We'll get all kinds of candy. He turned us on to the idea of take another pillowcase with you. This is my brother. He's sick. Okay. Then he showed us how to break pumpkins. Yep, he showed us how to steal kids from the other kids. Really, we must have got home with 37, 38 pounds of candy that day. Taught us how to swear. Angus spent a lot of time in jail. Poor fella, he's always doing something. What'd you do this time? Oh, knocked off a convenience store. They're gonna make a movie out of you one day, Angus. Goodfellas. That's all based on Angus. I think he played Vinny. Joe Pesci played Angus. Come on, Egg. Straighten up. Get a job or something. Good old Angus. There's a 56. So we got a few things out of this sack here. I'm pretty happy with it. Look, it's getting dark. I got to get to the store because I got one taillight out. And if I go at night, I get pulled over. But I got to get bread, milk, and Benadryl. Get my white shoes and go to Florida to retire. Yeah, man. Everybody in Florida has white shoes. It's in the Constitution. You can't, if you want to have no property tax, you get white shoes. You show them to the county and say, okay, you're good. It works, man. Remember that old saying, fish and what? Fish and visitors both stink after 3 days. When you move it out, I had this girl stay with me. She's just going to stay until she got a place. Well, after about a week, I said, when the hell are you getting out of my house? You need money? Here you go. I'll have more next week. Get out. Where am I supposed to go? Out. What are you, deaf? Got that off Seinfeld. Mr. Ken, teacher, I sent you an email regarding donation for the big show. Okay, I'll be sure to check. And if you want to donate, it's easy enough. Send me a letter, and I'll get back to you with my shipping address. And we'll go from there. Well, look, I got a whole bunch of these Canadians. So I'll probably, geez, it's going to take me, a month to go through. This is how many we went through right now. All right, this is what we went through. And this is what we got left. Yeah, it'll take me a year to get through that many. So if I have some of those available tomorrow, we're going to have a sale tomorrow, about 8 o'clock or so. Lincoln Central's, how you doing, my friend? That's Les Wiley. Regular coffee. Have a great night. So we'll probably have some of those. We have a sale coming up. We've got, well, the big show on Sunday. Of course, you got Manta coins on Saturday. Let's see. Tuesday, Monday, that's Cheapskate. Tuesday, you got Ricer and then Lemon. Who's on Wednesdays? It's big. I don't know. Thursday's kind of open right now. Somebody will jump in and do something. And we have the Coin Video Weekend Seminar coming up next weekend. Is that right? Yes, it starts next weekend. So if you want to participate in that, get a hold of me. Oh, look. This happened, by the way. It comes from Joe Durbin. Check this out. He sent a note. Ken, here's a gift for the seminar, the giveaway for it. Thanks for putting us all this together. Now, Joe, he took a time. He's going to have a slot. Oh, Jesus. You ready for this? This is going to go out to whoever wins the Coin Video Weekend Seminar giveaway. Everybody who has a channel, everybody who goes live, we're going to give them a code. And you have to watch all those shows to get all those codes, all those clues. And this is one thing we intend to give away. It's a PCGS MS70 Lewis and Clark silver dollar. Dude, that's a silver dollar right there. And it's perfect. Here's the back of that, Lewis and Clark dollar. $1, United States of America. Remember, it looks like the nickel. Peace and friendship. E pluribus unum. How many stars? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 stars. How come? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 stars back in whatever year that was. Feathers and stuff. Yeah, that's a good looking coin. I want it. Me too. I'd love to keep this stuff. I get to look at them though. I've never seen a Lewis and Clark 2004p commemorative silver dollar. Never. There it is. I'm looking at it. I get to play with it and then give it away to somebody who's going to appreciate it. And this comes from Joe Durbin. God love him. Yeah. Now we are taking donations for, more stuff to add to that. I'd like to get that 1882 shield nickel into it. And we got to come up with $60 to make that happen. That's MS70. That's a perfect coin. MS70. Proof 70s are a whole lot easier to get than MS70s. Seriously, this is like, probably $100. You can look it up. Somebody want to look that up on Numis or PCGS and see what their valuation is for a 2004p MS70 Lewis and Clark dollar. There it is. Yeah, we still make silver dollars. How are you, Mud? Very sweet of him. That's Joe Durbin sent that. Let's put that under the loop so we can get a better close-up look. I'm going to take it out of the baggie. Try to take it easy. That's all we're doing. We're just talking coins. Been looking at Canadians for, gosh, almost 2 hours. Let's see, where are you? Here it is. Somebody come up with a value on that. Okay. PCGS MS70 Lewis and Clark silver dollar. 2004p. Here it is. Which one's Lewis and which one's Clark? I think it comes down to the hats. It's a beautiful satiny finish across this whole thing. Coin is perfect. 2004. Lewis and Clark Bicentennial. Little piece of lint there. What you got in the background here? Trees. Lots of detail on that. He's offering him a pack of smokes, I think. He says, cigarette? I know, he says. Huh? In God we trust. Hey, look up here. He's going disco on us. Look at that. $100 in MS70. Thank you, Cindy. $100 coin right there. Yep, $1. Look at this, perfect. Even the slab itself is in pretty good shape. I'm trying to not scrape it across the table here. That's flawless. MS70 is tough. It's a whole lot tougher than Proof 70. Population 841. How many did they make on these? Here's your number, 8050966. $21.05.70. Yup, you love to see 0.70 when your coins come back from the slaver. That's not a bad looking coin at all. He says, you want to smoke? He says, no, I want a disco. 1, 2, 4 fingers. Is that a gang sign? It is, isn't it? Dude, this is a gang symbol. Wow, I didn't know Clark was Illuminati. There's an idea. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm certain that's a gang symbol. Means something about your mama. Yeah, Joe sent that one in. We thank him tremendously. Now, I've got an 1882 around here somewhere. I think it's over here. And I'd like to get that into the giveaway for the Coin Weekend Seminar. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this back into the bag. No, I don't. There, I did it. There it is. And I'd like to get that in, if I can find it first off. Where'd I put it? There it is. And to pull this off, we've got to come up with $60 to make it happen. Here it is, 1882 Shield nickel. And it is AU, every bit of it. It is a gorgeous piece. You don't get them like this all the time. There's about 60,000 surviving specimens on this. Great shape. MS69, 3,500. And by MS70, you got 841. That's a pretty good spread in between those. MS68, $23. MS45, $20. Yeah, all right. Perfect. Yeah, you can get these. Really, 69 and 70 is the way to go. 69, you're going to find them. They're probably still affordable. What are you saying? $31? That's $100 for the 70. That's going to be the one that you want to get a hold of with 841 surviving specimens. I'm going to put that in a bag. 4 fingers was a sign for north. Was it? North. Let's go that way and forward. Let's go that way. That'll work. Hey, they just went wherever they went. Let them go, man. They found their way up. Where'd they come out? Someplace in Washington or Oregon or Northern California? Something like that. Well, even without the nickel, we still got the silver dollar from Joe Durbin. So we'll have to talk him up about that. God love you, Joe. Now, Joe's got a schedule. Let's see. No, I'd have to open that other page. Down below me, you're going to find a description for the, it'll have a link to my blog. And you'll be able to get the show times from that. Have I entered? Have I entered? It's a nice 71S. Can everyone who hasn't yet enter my giveaway, please? Says, can everybody get over to TCR Vlogs and enter her giveaway, please? I'll wait. I'm falling in love again with the coin. There it is. Yeah, I like to put it in my baggies because even though the coin is in a slab, there's nothing to protect the slab. Of course, this is in a bag, and now the bag is in a bag. We'll keep that as nice as we can for that. You are. I love that coin. Yeah, it's a good looking piece. Call sign for north. That. Yes. Oh, the nickel. Where'd that go? I've lost it. Here it is. Yeah. Have you got a shield nickel? Have you got one as tight as this? Let's get in there and look at those lines. That is a shield nickel right there. That's tight. Got a little bit of grime in here, and that's about it. Those are full and complete lines. You got some long anchor doubling around the letters. Well, that's normal. Remember, it's 1863. No, 83. Longacre's running the show, and he was like the mint Nazi. He was. Check out the leaves. Check out the leaves. And we're looking for splits in the veins on those leaves. And dude, we got them. We got them. This coin has every bit of detail you could expect. Just the edges of a couple of these leaves are showing a little bit of wear. That's a nice one. I don't see your request for payment. How much is it? $3. And I'll send it by the way. I'm using a family PayPal account, so it'll be under my wife's name, not mine. Okay. Make sure you add your shipping address. I'm sure you sent it to my email. There you go. That one. I think that's about the worst wear on this coin, is that leaf right there. Veins, we got them. Look at the fletching on that. That is unmolested by time. I like it. David Carlisle will win giveaways for food. I will coin for food. I want to win. We all want to win. Cindy won. I haven't sent her yet, but I've got it going. We're getting closer and closer to making that happen. Jeez, I'm sorry. I just couldn't get up out of the bed for days. You know, I could, but it really sucked. I'm using the vacuum cleaner to get, across. And then I made it to the mop, and then I got a vacuum cleaner in one hand and a mop in the other. Oh, but we got there. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off and go do my thing and hit the store while I can, because it's good to be up and about. Wait, Die Clash. Where? Die Clash. Okay. I thought I saw a Clash too. Where? Do you need a blue slab box? I got blue slab boxes. I'm not seeing a Clash. Lots of long anchor doubling. How about inside? Well, no matter. There it is. Got the little swirls on the finials. Yeah, that's a good one. So we can get the focus better. Yeah. Yeah. This would turn me on. If I was a coin collector, this would make me swoon. Yeah, you want to pick up a guy, you put one of those in front of him. The edge, near the rim. What time? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 10 o'clock? Where on the rim? Stay safe. Yes. Okay, the edge. Where on the edge? If the coin was a clock, right? That's that noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. What time on the rim? 7 o'clock. Set down by the arrow here. And Bill says 9 o'clock. I'm not seeing it. Let's get in closer, shall we? All right, I'm going to tilt it back and forth because that'll help show some difference in the light. Okay, there's the 7 o'clock area. Well, the only thing that would clash here would be the stars on the other side. Right? It's a real simple design on these. This is 9 o'clock. near the arrow, in front of the arrow. In front of the arrow. There. Near arrow, in front of the arrow. That kind of a round design. Spot. That's a spot. I don't see any. If I tilt this, I should see, if it's raised, I should see, you know, some light and shadow. Look at the way you got a shadow. The tip of that arrow, that's raised, right? I've got a dark shadow all around it. Okay. The fletching, that's raised. And I can move the toothpick around and change the way the light is bouncing on it. I can see, yeah, that's raised. Because as the toothpick approaches, the color changes. Right, I'm getting shadow. But I don't get any effect over here at this little spot right here. If I move that toothpick close now for shade, I'm not seeing a raised device. What you got here is just a little splash of discoloration, a blemish. Same as, say, this little dark area. What's that? What's that little spot? Where'd it go? What's that? Okay, that's gone. Black cotton. Okay, if it was a clash, it would be something right around this area here. Okay, I've got United States, and then I got these stars. We got here, got a little crack. And that's normal for the time. Long as you ran these things till there was nothing left. Let's see the doubling on the C. Okay, the way Longacre did his dies, he instructed his men, once they press the design, you know, press the hub into the die, they'd smash it with a hammer, kind of leave a secondary impression. And with, well, that's what it did. It did leave a secondary impression. It left some doubling. And I can show it best over here. Right in here, where you see this secondary impression. That's the smack. Now it's stepped into the design, right? From the field going into the design, it's stepped in, and you have less die wear. His dies would last longer because of that. It worked, but it just, you know, messed up generations of collectors after that. Can you please send Cindy a blue slab box and invoice me? Yeah, I can do that. I've already got her other package packed, and there's no way I could fit a blue box in that, so it'll have to go separate. You don't have to do that, Lincoln. There we go. Yeah, but that's not raised. There's no relief to that that little circular thing. Yeah, no relief. Okay, look, I'm going to take off, guys. I want y'all to stay groovy. Let me catch up here. We've been going for 2 hours, and that's it. Okay.